Right, what's up? And I've decided to do a video archiving my Nintendo Switch games. And I've been getting a lot of videos in my YouTube feed of collecting videos of people showing off their game rooms. And I've been watching another channel of a guy that's pretty local to me, Essex Retro Gamer. And he's been showing off his games. Like he showed his Game Gear, his Game Boy, and I've seen his room tour video as well. And I thought it's inspired me to do a similar video. And I thought I'll start off small, and I'll start off with a Nintendo Switch, because if I ever do like a pickups video again in the future, I know where I can start from. But I might do separate videos like archiving what I've got in my game collection, and then go from there. And let's begin. I've got my stack of Switch games there, and where I've got the top-down view, you can see my monitor, because the mount that I was using to have it before, when you see me eating those meals, you couldn't see the monitor. But now I've got my monitor on that very mount, so now I've got the cam just like drooping over it. It's good, because I need to get another one of those mounts dedicated for the top-down view. But anyways, let's get started, and I'll see if I can talk a little bit about each game. And we'll start with this one here, Yoshi's Crafted World. And I'll be honest, I haven't started this game yet. I got this game with my Nintendo Switch. When I bought another Nintendo Switch system, they were selling them with a game, and I picked this one as it was probably the best one to pick from. And this is meant to be like similar to Yoshi's Woolly World, and I do have that game as well, and I've finished it 100%. I've got a playthrough of it on my channel, and apparently this one isn't very good. It hasn't got the same charm to it, and but I don't know. I'll have to find out for myself and see what it's like. I did play the demo to it when it was released, and it was okay. It seemed like it was a bit more trickier than Woolly World. Like they added a time limit where it wants you to rush through the level and get all the collectibles under a time limit, and that's probably one of my kryptonites, where I sort of struggle with time limits, or I panic. So yeah, that's that one. And next, still got the price on it, £18, UK and the Impossible Lair, and I haven't played this one either. And I haven't played the first ukulele game either. And I was gonna get it, but when I watched people stream it, it just seemed like it was trying to be Banjo-Kazooie, but it failed. It didn't quite have that same charm to it. Like it was missing something. It was trying too hard to be like Banjo-Kazooie. But then they brought this game out, which is pretty much like a knockoff or a copy of Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. There's a lot of features in this game that you would see in Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, like the way it plays and the way the levels look, the level designs, and the movement. And again, a lot of these games is like I haven't played. Because I sort of buy them, and like with the intention of playing it, but they end up just getting put aside because I end up playing something else. And the next one I've got is Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap from CEX, 20 quid. And at the time that was a bargain, because this one's gone up in value now. Like if you look on eBay for this one, you're not going to be paying that for it. And I had some store credit in CEX, and I remember going into CEX just as they were about to go into lockdown and shut all the shops. But they kept the supermarkets open, but they shut all like the high street shops. So I went in there and I had a store credit of like, I remember what I had. I think I had like £60-70 like store credit of like different credits, like a multiple of different ones. And I went in there and scooped a couple games up. Not all Nintendo Switch. Some of them were like PS4 and Xbox 360. And this was one of the Switch games I got, and the Wonder Boy: Dragon's Trap. So that's probably that was probably like an impulse sort of buy. So I was like rushing to just pick some games up to play while we were in lockdown. because Nintendo Switches during the start of the lockdown were like hard to find, like they were being scalped, and I thought if people were rushing out to buy Switches, they're going to be rushing out to buy a game, so I thought I better go and get myself some. That's Wonder Boy, the Dragon's Trap. And next up we've got Sonic Forces, and I have finished this game now. I bought this game day one when it came out at the bonus edition, and it's got the cards in there behind it. I did have 2 copies of this. There's my receipt in there from Smith's. And when I bought this day one, I played it and I didn't like it. I thought, right, I'm not playing this game again until a long time after. Maybe I can't remember when I played it. It was maybe last year. I actually played, stuck it in, streamed it, and played the full game. And I'm a bit on the fence about this game. There's stuff I like about it, and there's things I don't like about it. It seems like the levels in this game are really short. Like once the level starts picking up a pace, and you think, right, the level's getting going, you get to the end and you think, right, that's it. It's like a premature ejaculation sort of thing, isn't it? You just get in there, just to think you're gonna get there. Nope, end of the level. And the next one, Super Mario Maker 2. And this is still sealed, and I do intend on playing this one, like just to play the story mode. That's what made me get it. When I found out that there's a single player in this game, that's what I decided that I wanted to get it, because I'm not really into playing other people's levels. If anything, I'd more like to create my own levels rather than play other people's. And I bought this. Just after they closed all the shops, but you can buy games in like supermarkets, Asda, Tesco. So that was pretty much the only place you can that you can get like brand new games at the time. Impulse bought this, and I bought a few more with the same intention. Like I bought a few games just to play during the lockdown. Next we have Super Mario Odyssey. And I really like this game, but when it comes to Super Mario games, I like to play them 100% to completionist, collect everything and do everything. And doing so, I get a bit of a burnout where once I've played it once, I won't play it again. Like I've done it all, and I don't see myself playing it again. And another reason why I probably won't ever play this game again, 100%. It's because there's parts of this in this game that's really frustrating. Like the hardest part in this that I had in this game was getting the second moon for the volleyball mission and the jump rope mission. And to get 100%, you've got to grind getting coins, a certain amount of coins, just to go into the shop and buy the remaining moons. I think, what was it, 800 moons or 900 moons. So you just need to buy the rest of them, and there's no more missions to do. Whereas that's a bit cheap. They should have had more. They should have just scattered them about in the different worlds, instead of just being like, oh, you just buy them, just grind coins. There was a Bowser level where you can go into a bonus section and farm coins there, then you die, and you just keep repeating it. I feel like that, to put yourself in a position to do that is a bit cheap, isn't it? But yeah, that's about Mario Odyssey. I'm waiting for the next Mario game. Hopefully they don't do the same thing. Next we have the infamous Super Mario 3D All Stars, and everyone was rushing about thinking that you would never be able to buy this game again, and you had people selling it on eBay for ridiculous prices, like scalper prices. And you can where I live in Asda, you can still buy this game. Like I thought they had to take it off the shelves, but every time I go into Asda, I see this game available, loads of them. And even after the deadline that you can't buy it anymore, I went into my local Smiths, and they had tons and tons of this game. They had loads of them. like boxes of them, like maybe a fresh delivery of them or whatever. But you can still get this game cheap or for the retail price. You don't need to buy these scumbag retail prices. So yeah, I did do a playthrough of this game. I did Mario 64 and Sunshine 100% for the first time, and I'm yet to do Mario Galaxy. I have done a Galaxy playthrough from the Wii versions, but I haven't played this version yet. So I will at some point go back to it and get it done. I mean, it's a hard game. So there is some tricky parts in this game. So I don't know how it fares on with the Nintendo Switch controller, like picking up the bits, the star bits, because I think it's more convenient on the with the Wii remote to just use the motion controls to pick up the bits, because there is some parts in levels where you need a certain amount of bits to give to the Hungry Luma to unlock the next area to get the stars. So I don't know if you can using the motion controls or the sticks on the Pro controller to get the bits. I don't know if that's going to be more better or worse, but I'll find out one day. And next, as you can see, the stack is getting higher. We have Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, and I do have the steelbook as well, which if you pre-ordered it, you got it. They just gave you a steelbook and this. I thought it was when they were given the steelbook, I thought that the game was gonna be in the steelbook. So they gave you the game like this, but you got it in there, and the steelbook is empty, and so it makes it relevant, like, or you don't need it, like, which you might as well either keep the steelbook and throw the box away, or you're left with an empty steelbook. They should have had it where the steelbook is big enough to where you can put this case in the steelbook and then have it like that. So you open them together. So as you open the steelbook, this will open as well, like that. But at the moment, my steelbook is still sealed and it's just sitting back there gathering dust. And my newest Nintendo Switch game, which I got a couple days ago, and I do intend on playing it. I am gonna play it, but I'm gonna play it. I will. I promise. And that's Spyro Reignited Trilogy, and I do have this on PS4, and I'm not sure if it's on this channel or my second channel, but I did do a live stream of Spyro 1, and I never went back and did Spyro 2 and 3. I've never played Spyro 2 and 3, and there was a bit of a upset about this game that the games aren't on the disc or on the cartridge. Spyro 1 is on the cartridge and the disc, the PS4, and you have to download the other two, the other 2 and 3. It says the internet download required. So yeah, and that's gonna gobble up a lot of space on your Nintendo Switch hard drive. So you're gonna need a micro SD card to store those. I think what's the Nintendo Switch from day one? I think it's like 29 gigs, which is quite embarrassing in this day and age where you got terabytes. The PlayStation and Xbox is like they're dishing out terabyte size hard drives, and Nintendo Switch is still dealing with gigabytes. But yeah, I like Spyro 1. I've got a lot of nostalgia with Spyro 1, and this is a really pretty game. But I don't know how it's gonna fare on a Nintendo Switch, is like frame rate wise or whatever. But out of all of them, I think I prefer the original PS1. That's got the most charm for me, and I like the music as well. And next we have Splatoon 2, and I've got a love-hate relationship with this one. As much as I love it, I hate it. There's so much I love about this game, and equally so much I hate about it. There's something about it. There's so much I wish they changed in this game, like the ranking system. Let me just halt and slow down, slow up. There's a lot I can talk about this game. Like there's a lot of things that can affect your mental health in this game. Like when you lose, I don't mind losing, but when you do lose, they like to punish you. Like they like to erase all of what you've grinded. Like you could win a couple of games and then lose, and that one loss will wipe all of what you just all of your progress. So if you go up, you win like 2, 3, 4 games in a row, one loss can wipe that away. Like it's just so frustrating. But yeah, the only thing keeping me playing this game is the turf badges, grinding the badges, and I'm waiting for Splatoon 3, and fingers crossed they sort the ranked out. And next, still sealed, is Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, and I got this for Christmas a couple years ago. And, still sealed. I haven't got around to playing it, and that's because I've already beat this game to death. I bought this on the Wii U when it came out, and I recorded it, pre-recorded, 100% playthrough, all the 700 Tinksies on this game, and I also played it on the PS4, which I still have, again 100%. And I will probably bust this one open and do a live stream of doing this version as well. And I'm not sure if there's any extra content to this compared to the others. It probably isn't. It's probably all online stuff, like for the online challenges. And yeah. What more can I say about Rayman Legends? It's a solid game. This is a really good game. The controls are nice and fluid. The levels have got a nice flow to it. It looks really pretty. Nice music. If you like Rayman, you'll like this. If you like platformers, you'll like this. So yeah, hint hint, get this one. On any console, you don't have to get the Nintendo Switch version. But if you ever get a chance to play this one, and you haven't, you're missing out. And next, we have Paper Mario, the Origami King. And I got this during the lockdown. And I haven't played it yet. It's still sealed, and I do intend on playing it at some point. I will eventually play all these games that you see that are still sealed. I do play my games, but you can only play one game at a time, can't you? And yeah, this is pretty much similar to. I assume it's similar to the Color Splash sort of gameplay, or the same style of Paper Mario. I know everyone adores the other one, the 1000 Year Door, and the N64 Paper Mario. And this one, they sort of changed the style up a bit, ever since the one on the 3DS to the Color Splash, and this one, the sort of the style of story sort of changed a bit, like the humour changed a bit. And I enjoyed Color Splash, and I enjoyed the one on the 3DS, the Sticker Star. I finished Sticker Star, and then when I was looking on the internet about it, a lot of people hate it. There's a lot of hatred towards Sticker Star, and from what I played, or when I played it, I quite enjoyed it. So that's what got me into the. That was my entry game to the Paper Mario series. And I did buy the Paper Mario on the Wii U, the Eshop download. But where you've got the input lag on these retro games on the Wii U, there's like an input delay where you need to push a button precisely to do your defense. Like when you're doing your hops on the enemies to get your combos going to deal more damage, you need to push the button precisely as when Mario lands. And because there's an input lag, it's hard to get the timing right. So it was pretty much unplayable. So that stopped me playing the N64, the very first Paper Mario. So the only way I'm going to play that, or experience the full game of that, is either play it through the original cartridge, which I do have, or emulation, if my PC can run N64, that is. So that's Paper Mario, the Origami King. And next we have Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and I haven't fully played this. I did try and play it. I remember sticking it in and starting it and going through the tutorial, and it wasn't what I expected. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. And it's not your Mario sort of game, your platformer. It's more of a strategy game, like a real-time strategy game where you're on like a board. And you're going against these enemies, and it's like a turn-based sort of thing, and you've got to like strategically place yourself along the map like fight the enemy, and I don't think I finished this. I think I finished the tutorials, and then I started going through to like the actual game, and I didn't really get on with it. But then they at E3 they announced the second one of this, and it sort of sparked my attention, or got my attention again. So I'm gonna have to go back to this one and give it another try. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this stack aside so I can start a new stack, because it's getting so high where as I'm putting the game on, you can't see the full box. So yeah, the next one we have is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I don't know about this game. I like it and I don't like it. I bought this first on the Wii U, and I enjoyed it for what it was, and then I played the DLC that they brought out on the Wii U, and then when they brought this out, they didn't really add much more to it, did they? They added a few extra like multiplayer sort of things, and they added a few more characters, but they didn't add any more tracks. So from a single player, like if you're playing by yourself, you're not really going to get much more out of this. And yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. It's Mario Kart. Like how I play Mario Kart is, I play the cups. Once I've played all the tracks, I'm pretty much done. I don't really play much of this online, and I'm not very good at it, so I'm not really going to get first place very often. So yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. It's Mario Kart. I played it, enjoyed it. I got what I could out of it, and then moved on, innit? Moved on. That's it. Some games, they come and go like the wind. So next, probably saw it, is Luigi's Mansion 3, and I've played the first one a couple of times. I've live streamed it. I'm not sure if it's on this channel or my other channel, or it's on both. I don't know. And I got this the year that it come out. So the year that it come out, the Christmas after it come out, I remember getting this as a gift. And what stopped me playing this? I wanted to get stuck in. Is I haven't beaten Luigi's Mansion 2, and I do have Luigi's Mansion 2, but I like to when I play my games, I like to live stream it or record it, and because it's a 3DS game, I can't capture, or I don't have the means or the equipment to capture 3DS, so I didn't really play Luigi's Mansion 2 fully. So it sort of put me off wanting to play this. So when I play a series of games, I like to play them in order. I don't like to skip the game. So if I get into a series, I like to go to the very start of the series and work my way through it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. You don't really need to play Luigi's Mansion 2 to play this, but it's just another mental health issue, mental health block, where I have to finish number 2 before I go on to this. And if I can manage to get a 3DS capture card, or get the 3DS emulator, a copy running on the emulator, I could do that. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if my PC could handle that. Yeah, I probably just said a load of bollocks. I've just misworded everything. But yeah, I know what I mean. If I can get it done, I'll get it done. And next, you might be familiar with this one, Pure Chaos. You just got this one recently, or yesterday, or the day before. And it's The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. And I got a Link's Awakening. I got this again with the bundle of games that I got panic buying, thinking that when during the lockdown, Nintendo Switches were hard to buy, so as I assumed that people were going to be scalping the games as well, like people buying their Switches, so they're going to need games on it, in it. So I quickly bought a couple of games, and this was one of them. And it's still factory sealed, so I'm yet to play this, and I will play it at some point. So yeah, Link's Awakening. Next we have Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 8 Twin Pack, and I saw this on Smith's Smith's website. I was just browsing the Nintendo Switch games, and I spotted this, and I didn't even know this existed. I knew these two games were available on the Eshop, where you can buy them on there, and you can buy them on PlayStation's online store as well. But I didn't know they were released as a physical. And on PlayStation, you can't get it as a physical. I think can you get it as a physical, or is it digital only? And I didn't know they had it as a physical on the Switch. And I went on to Smith to get it. I was going to buy it. I was going to get it, and it was out of stock. It said no stock available in my local Smiths, and they were sold out everywhere. So I thought the only way you're going to get this is scalper prices. And so I sort of ignored it. I just thought, right, sod it, forget it. I'm not going to bother with this. And then a little while later, I was just browsing Smiths again, and they had a restock of it. And I managed to get the last one from my local Smiths. And after that, it's gone. It's discontinued now. You can't get this game anymore. So they're not going to be restocking them, because I know when they're not going to get any more. Because when it says if they're going to get some more, they'll let you know that there's like a date. They'll get some more around this time. But when it's discontinued and it's gone, it'll say TBC, or that means it's pretty much gone. You're out of luck. You're not going to get it. And if you look on eBay for this is this one. They were asking quite a lot for this one. I got this at what was they charging at Smiths? I think it was $29.99 or something like that. So it's a bit of a score there, because I swear on eBay they were going for like £80 or nearly over £100. Like, people ask ridiculous prices for this. And I'd rather play these than what they're doing now, like the remakes, like the Final Fantasy VII remake. I'd rather just play the originals with a little bit of a little bit of an upgrade. I'm not too keen on all these complete remakes, what they're doing. And next we have Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and I do have a playthrough of this on my channel, on both my channels, and I do have a playthrough of the Wii U version as well. So I think there's my Wii Donkey Kong Eshop card, which I got. That's what I used to buy my Sonic Mania when I was in Thailand. So when I had someone buy the card, send the code over to me, and that was the card. And I've got the Yoshi one as well. That's it. That's in my Yoshi box as well. And I don't fancy buying the Bowser Eshop card, because that's the £50 one. But yeah, this is a solid platformer, and I really enjoyed the Donkey Kong Country series, and I enjoyed the Wii one and the Super Nintendo. And I'm fingers crossed that they make a new Donkey Kong Country game. I was expecting them to announce one at the E3, but they didn't, because it was is it Donkey Kong's 35th anniversary as well? Is it his anniversary, or however many years it's been? And he hasn't had a mention at all. He had Mario's anniversary, the Zelda's anniversary, and he's like ignored, isn't it? Yeah, that's a solid game, but it's good on the Wii U as well. When they brought it out on the Switch, all they added was easy mode, which is the Funky Kong, which I don't use that. I just play it the regular difficulty. Bloody hell, we're going on nearly half an hour now. And next we have Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, and I got this from Asda, and the reason I got this was because it was really cheap. It was like, I think it was like on a sale. I think, what did I pay for it? I think I paid like 20 quid for it, and it was cheaper than all the other consoles. I don't know why. But yeah, this is a solid game. So it's pretty much a remaster of Crash Team Racing on the PS1, and they added over time. I got it when they stopped adding to the game. So I got it in its complete, when it was in its complete form. So they added Crash Nitro Kart tracks as well to this. So that's the PS2 game. So pretty much it's Crash Team Racing remastered plus Nitro Kart remastered combined. So there's a lot of content in this. There's lots of tracks, and there's plenty to do. And I did do a live stream of this on my other channel. And I'm not sure if I brought it over to this channel or if it's still on my other one. But I did do a live stream of this. And I played it for like 2 weeks, like trying to complete it 100%. And I got all of the platinum relics. I've done all of the Nitro Kart content. I pretty much did it all. The only thing I didn't do was trying to go for the dev time trials. That's beyond me. I'm not cut out for that sort of thing. I don't have the patience for it. So yeah, doing it normal, getting the platinum relic times and the platinum relics in story mode. That's good enough for me. So next we have Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and I started playing this game last week. I finished Crash Bandicoot 1, and I do plan on doing Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3. The plan was to do Crash 1, Spyro 1, Crash 2, Spyro 2, Crash 3, and Spyro 3 like that. But yeah, I'm sort of in a bit of a burnout at the moment. Sometimes I have these little mini burnouts where I end up not playing anything, and then I come back. This is a good game, and I think I prefer the PS4 version though. The D-pad feels more nicer. Playing the Nintendo Switch version with the Pro Controller D-pad is a bit tricky. It seems like you're fighting the controls a lot. Like it seems really like clunky. Like because the D-pad on the Pro Controller is 4 magnets, so you're playing with magnets. Whereas the PS4's Pro Controller, it feels more. You don't feel so restricted. You feel like you've got more free roam and more control over Crash's movement. So yeah, when it comes to these platformers, you need a solid D-pad. So yeah, and lastly, another sealed one, and I'm thinking of getting rid of this one. Just selling it and moving it on, maybe and fund something else, because I bought this with the bundle of games. Again, panic buying, where I thought, right, lockdown, we need some games. I heard good things about this game, but I think this game, the ship has sailed already. Where I'm a bit late to the scene, where all the stuff like that they've added, or but I don't know. It just seems like I'm late to the party, where there's probably no point in starting it. And I've never played Animal Crossing, so I don't really know what goes on in it. It seems like one of those ones where it's never ending, where you just constantly like doing things where there's no beginning and end. I don't know what one of these games is partially open. I just saw a bit of the seal where did that one. I think it's like the seal that's a little bit coming apart. It's still properly sealed. It just seems like a bit of the flappy bit. But yeah, I don't know. I thought about just getting rid of it, or maybe trying it. I don't know. But anyway, it's been over half an hour. I don't know how many of you have stuck out to the end. It seems a lot of people on my channel have got short attention spans, and only watch like maybe 2-3 minutes of my videos, and then they click out. So if you manage to stick around to see what Nintendo Switch games I have, thank you very much. So yeah. Peace.